Hey guys, it's Lori from the Watchman's Midnight Hour, and I want to speak specifically about the words the Lord gave me over, the past 7 years. And they were words I didn't understand. I didn't know that they were in the Bible, and I didn't know what they were all about till now. I started to do some research because the Lord led me to start really pondering it, and I've never done that before. And one of them was a word he put on my heart, which was Shavuot. And that is the feast of the first harvest. Now, that's actually the first harvest of wheat, of the summer wheat. I've been doing some research on it, and it also correlates with, they say the Gentiles call the Shavuot feast Pentecost. So it's really interesting how there's a correlation with that. And also it has to do with Mount Horeb, which is another word God gave me in a very powerful vision that was very heavenly, very beautiful. And it was the word Horeb. That's all I saw, like a big, huge theater screen. And it said Horeb. And it was gorgeous, heavenly design, beauty, just unbelievable. When I woke up, the presence of God was there. And I was like, okay, what is Horeb? And it's actually, the other name for Mount Sinai. And I've heard some people say it's the other side of Mount Sinai. Some say they don't know exactly where Mount Horeb is. I mean, it's really interesting. There's a lot of controversy. They do know, though, it's the other name that in the Old Testament, it was interchangeable. Like they would say Mount Sinai, and then they began to say Mount Horeb, and they realized that that's actually the same mountain they were talking about. But it's very interesting because it's a 5-week feast, the Shavuot feast, and it starts at Passover, and then you have literally 49 days. That once it turns to 50 days, it's Shavuot, and this year Shavuot is June 1 through 3, the 1st through the 3rd of June. And then I was looking at all the different feasts that are listed for the Jews, and I found one that was very interesting, and one is called the Feast of New Wine, and that's July 27th. I thought that was very interesting because it meant like a renewal, a new beginning. The Feast of New Wine, it made me think of the Passover when Jesus said he wasn't going to have that communion until we were all in heaven with him. So I thought that was interesting. That's what came into my heart when I saw that feast, because it just seems like we're coming into that time, and I can't ignore that the Lord didn't point his finger towards that direction when it comes to a end time watchman. I'm a rapture watchman here going on. So I really think we're moving into the final days. I don't know. Obviously we can see that everything. Oh, and also, this is so cool, guys. I was thinking about birth pains, and it's funny how people will like notice, there's really hard, difficult things we're all going through, right? And that's the birth pain. But no, birth pains get more intense because they get closer to where there's no rest time between them. That's the difference of how birth pains actually get more intensified. It's not the pain threshold as much as it is you have no pause between it as it gets closer to the baby being born. And that's what makes it so hard for the woman. So I thought that was interesting because we have noticed since, back in 2015, it was like, you would wait a year, forever before something new would happen, right? And now it's like daily things are changing. It's crazy how much things have, like, how they pop off. Like literally almost once a week, we've got something major happening or less, All right, well, God bless you all. Take care. Hang in there. Hang in there. We're almost home. God bless you. Bye.